está llena, ya no hay más asientos disponibles. Esta es la última gira de español del día y ya está llena, no hay más asientos.
The theme park, it's hot, it's been a little bit busy. If you want the second half of your day to go a little bit smoother, slide your small children towards the edges of the tram. You might come back a little lighter. Mom's over here pushing too. She's like, I'm gonna make sure. All right, let's get out of here. Say goodbye to everybody out to your left-hand side. Bye, guys. See you later. It's been real. You guys know me. The Brownstone Streets and all of our Metropolitan sets, in fact, all of our backlot sets, are pretty bare bones until the production comes through. So just where it is paused here, you guys can see just how many more details are added by the production, including the street signs. The cars are all parked diagonally, making it feel like the road itself is much wider, when in reality this is what they're working with, but parking them diagonally gives that illusion that they're in a much larger space. And then adding the street signs, the trees, the vines growing up the side of the other building, and even the patches of grass. Those are all added by the productions.
Beautiful.
These same brownstones were also used in Gone Girl with Rosamund Pike and Ben Affleck. This is from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York with the Sticky Bandits. You know when he drops a brick in the middle of, like, on their heads? That all happened right here on our Brownstone Streets. The beauty of this area specifically is you've got three major locations. You've got the business district across the street from the Central Park area, and then you've got the residential housing. So you can film an entire sequence of somebody going outside for work, driving around the corner to their final location at the business district, and then going on lunch in a little area, having a picnic in the green space. So it gives you the chance to really utilize one location, and all you have to do is turn the camera around, making filming a lot easier across the board. This space is our small town. Small town of Courthouse Square, currently seen in Rutherford Falls. So if you guys are watching the show with Ed Helms, this is Rutherford Falls. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's pretty cool. But this is also Hill Valley from Back to the Future. That's what it's most recognizable as. So if you don't know Back to the Future, what are you doing? Watch it. It's so good.
Ayan o. Diyan pala yun. You know, that's yeah. Diyan yung gusto nyo eh. It's not even over. Look. Bakatakla.
Galing.
Do we have a lot of people here that have done the tour before? So if you've done the tour before, there's a high chance that you haven't seen the gazebo out before. Normally it's just clear, we don't have the gazebo up. There was a commercial filming here yesterday, so they added it back. It's usually just a patch of grass there. Or even like the bricks and the stones are kind of peeling away. We as a studio are not going to maintain our sets, because here's the truth. The production will come through and do it for us. So whenever production comes through and wants to rent the space, they have the opportunity to change the look. That coffee shop was not jet black beforehand. The production company the producers came through for Rutherford Falls and wanted it to look that way. So they painted it, they added the gold decals. All of those things were added by the production because that's how they wanted the coffee shop to look. Now, if we were to try to maintain the spaces, we would be putting a lot of money into something that could potentially change depending on who came through and wanted to use it. So as long as everything is foundationally safe, Universal just lets everything live as is until a production company comes through, and then they have the opportunity to customize the space. That's one of the big perks of coming out to our sets. The goal is to make the space unrecognizable because we use these sets over and over and over again, but we don't want you to realize it. There's a show called American Autos that filmed all over our Metropolitan sets as well. So they came through here, used these sets, as well as Mr. Mayor. If you guys are watching it, the second episode of season 2 filmed using very different. It's a black interior with plastic seats again for that stunt. But it cuts away to a wide shot. It's an overhead shot of the stunt car driving by really quickly. And it's very obvious when you're looking for it that the interior is fully blacked out too. But it happens so quickly that you don't notice it when you're just watching it normally. But it is there. The stunt car does swap out. We've got some time period pieces out here. The Back to the Future 2015 editions. They told me I would have a flying car by 2015. I feel lied to. I love my Honda. I do. But it is still on the ground. We're getting there, you guys, though. We are getting there. We've got the Flintstone car out here. 2 of the Flintstone cars. One of them, the sports car, is actually made mostly out of a golf cart. So it doesn't go very fast. You could probably run it faster. But you can see, if you look a little bit closely underneath where the stone wheels are, you can see the form where it's kind of held together. Want some of them to be functional, so all of the ones that can drive are just golf carts decked out to look like stone and look like wood. And then we've got the Harry Potter Ford. And that's another car that flies. I don't know. I'm working on it, guys. We're working on it. My Fast and Furious fans, don't be let down. I promise you, we're gonna have more Fast and Furious cars later on. We just have the Skyline is just temporarily taken away for now. I'm convinced that they're never gonna stop making Fast and Furious movies. I'm convinced. Who here has seen all of them? Raise your hands, loud and proud. I said loud and proud, and you're like very slowing me. I have a confession. I have seen Fast and Furious 1, 7, and 8, and that's it. Like, that's about it. I'm waiting for Fast and Furious 45. Hear me out. It's going to be the crew in the nursing home, in wheelchairs. One of them is going to yell, "Hit the nitrous," and then they're just going to go flying down the hallway. All of the nurses are going to be like, "Quit it, you're too old for this." And I'm going to watch it. All of it. 1 through 45. That's my time. That's what's going to happen. And then we've got the Jurassic Vehicles. So you guys saw The Lost World. The Lost World is the second of the original Jurassic Park movie. It built it specifically so that they could easily collapse it and then it could pop back up again. It's mostly just made out of like a lightweight plywood. We have a couple of other cars to check out too. As we leave our picture cars, we're going to head on into what we call our Jurassic Park. You guys need to hang it from a crane. In The Lost World, the mobile lab slides down off of a cliffside, and in order to keep it lightweight and safe, they made it mostly out of plywood. If you look on the back side of it from where the mist has been hitting it for years, you can see all of the plywood coming up. I'm so sorry about that. Those dinosaurs, you see, they're usually caged, but life, it finds a way. The mobile lab had to be lightweight for this scene specifically. So, in The Lost World, the mobile lab starts to hang off of the side of the cliff, and you can see it here with my right here. The mobile lab is hanging off of the side of a parking structure, only a few feet off of the ground to keep it nice and safe. It's what we call choreographed chaos. It feels absolutely out of control, but we as filmmakers have to control every element. So in Old Mexico, we're going to show you how we could do that using practical effects. Lights and sound are going to create lightning and thunder. Rain. So we'll activate the sprinklers. Overhead, water is going to shoot straight up into the air, and then it will fall naturally to the ground.
Oh.
The drops themselves are about 3 times larger than a regular raindrop. That's for visibility, so you can capture it on screen. Okay, with filming, we're going to use more lights, also so you can see everything properly. This is the perfect storm. Ideal for the end of the romantic movie. You know when the two leads run towards each other, they embrace the kiss and it's magical and That's what this is for. But I promised you chaos, and so we've released the flood. You got a lot of water crashing down towards you.
That's okay.
You might get wet. This whole thing is going to reset in less than 1 minute because time is money and we don't have time to waste. You can see the flash flood in Big Fat Liar with Poncho running on some free communities.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Our old Mexico sets have been seen in the Three Amigos with Chevy Chase, Steve Martin and Martin Short, Natural Libre with Jack Black, Janet Jackson's music videos. They also filmed down here for Lady Gaga's music videos, and they turned it into a golden village for Westworld, the HBO series. A big design element involves a lot of turns on the road. It's strategic. We can turn out of Old Mexico and find ourselves surrounded by the Old West. This is 6 Points, Texas. You guys can see our Park Lake. Park Lake looks absolutely beautiful now. It was the backdrop for the show Making It with Amy Poehler and Nicole Kidman. It's a super sweet crafting competition show. I highly recommend it. It's just good for the heart. It's so sweet. This lake does have a bit of a dark past, though. After our Western movies, Universal became home to the monster. This lake is where the creature from the Black Lagoon once lived. It started with Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi, in 1928. That was our first monster movie that came out of Universal. We weren't really sure how audiences were going to handle the monster film. Turns out, you loved it. We kept making them. Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, all of those classic Universal monster movies filmed in this area that we call Little Europe. Now it's closed right now because they're working on the sets. They're doing prep work. Basically, in the next couple of days, they're going to be filming for the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is a show on Disney Plus. So there's only one soundstage that operates the same way. Soundstage 50 is and always will be a subway station. The main structure stays the same, but the details change.
It's like a train station.
There's the FBI?
Yeah, hear about the
That's him.
Just a little bit of a track, guys. We should be okay. Oh. Alright, looks like we got ourselves an earthquake. Hang tight. I would like this to be over. But the water main just broke. You guys powered through with laughs and smiles.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool.
Si Jordan naman yung walang kahanan.
True ba?
Wala daw akong tainga.
Ayan o. That one, dirt, diba?
Akala ko ano yan, fake. Yun pala totoong water. Oh my God.
I am exhausted. You guys, we've gone through so much together. I have an idea. I know we just met, but I think we should go on vacation. I know what you're thinking. You're like, a vacation? All of us? That sounds really complicated. But here's the deal. We've got a place already ready for us. Okay, there's this place called Amity Island. And they said they just reopened the beach. They've got waterfront views. And they said, come on by. We already caught the shark that was an issue, so it shouldn't be a problem. There's another shark in the water. There's another one right there. Oh, this can't be good. That person is not okay. We're gonna hide out. We're gonna hide right here behind the pier. I think that's far enough away from the incident. Maybe there's still hope for some relaxation, you know? That is a lot of fire. We've got to get you to safety. We got to leave.
That's a shark.
Huh?
Shark.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't even a little bit relaxing. Look, I am an optimist. My glass is always half full, and here is the upside to the entire experience. You all just met Bruce, and he's the best. We love him so much. Check it out. That's the only shark in history willing to defy its own nature, swim backwards just to get into first position so he can scare again, and it's because he loves his job. Thanks, Bruce. That's not the same shark from the movie. In the movie Jaws, their mechanical shark barely ever worked.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio.
The benefit of that means you could film your entire movie in this house. They did that for House of a Thousand Corpses. Rob Zombie's movie filmed almost the entire thing in the house, using the exterior and the surrounding property. Just behind it is the front and side of the neighbor's house from the TV series About a Boy. And then at the end here, you'll see the tail end of our Colonial Street on your left. Colonial Street is used for Never Have I Ever with Maitreya Ramakrishnan. It's used for Keenan with Keenan Thompson. You've seen it in Why Him with James Franco and Bryan Cranston. It is a place in the burbs. Some of these cars are from the theme park, though. The British double decker bus was from Baker Street. When this space opened up, we had a tough time figuring out what we were going to do with it. There was a lot of pushback from people that we would approach. They kept saying, no, we don't want to live next to the Bates Hotel. I don't get it. Okay? The Bates Hotel seems perfectly fine. It's run by Norman Bates. And if he's not on property, he lives right upstairs with his mother. So I don't understand why there was such a hesitation with any... Okay. Oh boy. I'm starting to understand why people didn't want to. It's all making sense. Hey, Norman. We just got here. We didn't see anything. He doesn't believe. That's a knife. That is a knife. What you see here is a Boeing 747. This plane crash site was used in War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Stephen.
And so, again, to sit down and talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen, man. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Get them closed.
I watched that movie.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
Committed by Shaw. We don't know what's going on. We've just been told we need to relocate and hide out. Sullivan's Truck Repair is that place to be. Remember, you don't need to wear your 3D glasses right away. You only need them in the third and final room. So keep those close by, but I'll let you know when to wear them.
They just got here. All right, I got it. Well, listen, hello, beautiful people, particularly you right there missing the third row. How you doing? You good? My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in the third row, like I was saying. So look, see over there? It's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. But that work of art back over there
Ang ilaw mo,
is
nakikita
made by
nila.
my man Tej. Think of it as like
Ang
a
ilaw ng mga kapatid
Mona
ko.
Lisa on wheels.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman, run. Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
So like I was saying, the third row, right? You saying how much?
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And then where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, let's back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cops are just a clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in another zone.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting.
Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Time is now. We're going to put those 3D glasses on. 3D glasses on.
Under construction! Hit the nitrous! Run or die!
Wala na actually moving. Wala na actually moving. Si Jessica siya nakakatakas na
They said the people that fall off strong like this. You guys will get up. And you're looking at your own anytime.
Tatapon na magpapata. Good job, Ate. Good job.
I know it doesn't feel like it's been 45 minutes to an hour, but it's been roughly 45 minutes to an hour. Thank you all for joining us today in the world famous studio tour. Give it up for Diego, our driver. Give him a round of applause. Right now, he's taking us back to the park. It is about 4:45. By the time we park, it'll hit that quarter-hour mark. You have plenty of time. Park today closes at 7. So if you haven't already, you can download the app. The Universal Studios Hollywood app will tell you what's going on in the park with the show times and the wait times. Helps you kind of plan out your next step. We also have studio directories all throughout the park. So if you've been using those, we have one at the exit of our vehicle. So easy access for you guys to also check out the wait times and the show times. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you all had fun.